talking to all men right now. This is the time in your life you want to stay on a positive note. A lot of you might be doubtful right now or feeling uncomfortable about where you at right now in life. And as a man in his 40s, early 40s, um, it made me reevaluate the way I operate in life. And this weekend is Father's Day. And it's funny because you will see certain postings, and I don't want to get into how like some of these postings come up and people just think it's a cool way to just start bashing. But one thing I want to say is for the men out here, keep your head up, man. You want to be a positive role model for how you do things in life and how you have an outlook of your life and the way you carry yourself. Like you want to be a good person to your kids and make opportunities and also memories. It's very important. As I'm even talking to you right now, my son is asleep. It's early in the morning. I don't know if you can tell. The birds ain't even chirping yet, but it feels good to get up early in the morning just to get a chance to make coffee, gather my thoughts, and it just made me think about the dudes out here that's going through it right now, especially in older age. You look for comfort and peace, but also we got a lot of positive fathers out here that's been overlooked. But you're not overlooked, and I know because I'm a father and I'm super active. I don't know what super active means. I started using that word super active. I'm active, very active with my child. And I don't know what it's like not being around my kid. But I can tell you this, for the ones out here that can get to their kid, time is everything. Time will not be wasted. Time is not something that we can play around with. When your child is born, you remember it, that skin to skin contact, or when they first look up at their dad. And I still remember it like it happened yesterday. But then when I blink, my son is now 7. Sometimes I look at him and I'm like, damn, I feel like he's about to turn 3. That's how quick time goes. So don't allow anything to come in your way, fellas, to make you think you need to leave off of your high horse of knowing how you need to operate. And when I say high horse, you on a high horse. A father is on their high horse when it's time to take charge and lead. I don't care if you co-parenting. I don't care if the child don't live with you full time. Get your kid when you need to get your kid. If you need to do what you need to do what you need to do. Can't nobody tell you any different. Because one thing about this life, a child needs their father. Very. A father is very important. A father is going to add that stability, it's going to add that comfort, and it's going to add that wisdom. One thing I learned about life as I started getting older, and I grew up with my dad, but I didn't see my dad for a long time. But the weird part about life is how you start off. I used to think it's like the middle, and the middle does matter. But you are conditioned in the beginning. When you spend time with your kid in the beginning, they cannot unwind from that. They cannot take that memory away. The biggest memories in your life are in the beginning. When you first meet mom, you first meet dad, you do not forget that. Talking to your kid when your kid is in the womb. Your kid comes out and the eyes are closed, but they gravitate to you. And that's what my son did. It is like the biggest accomplishment in life to be able to hold your head up high and say, damn, I did this. And a lot of times you're not doing it alone. You're doing it with the mom. But the thing is that dad. One thing about dad is that comfort of survival. I don't care what no one tells you. When ish hits the fan, Daddy will be the one that's going to be right there to put his life on the line. And also, people tread lightly when dad is there because they know death is around the corner. You cannot play around with people's kids. I know we live in a world where as though I'm about mine, I'm about this. Realistically, men are destroyers. I can kill you with my hands. Everybody is not capable of that. Men are destructive when we need to be. We are the only creatures of human nature that can destroy you with our hands, our body, and we will use weapons. But when push comes to shove, when we don't have that, we have this and our fighting. So just because everybody not created equal and on an equal playing field, men are not created equal. But we are natural born survivors and also protectors. I don't care about what goes on today. Fathers are so important. So important. Especially to the mental stable the stabilization of just keeping that energy intact. It's funny when I think about so many fellas out here losing their freedom off of emotions. One thing that's always been told a lie. Men need to get in touch with their emotions. One thing I'm going to tell you, men are very emotional, but our emotions are different. Our emotions are dangerous. It's a thing of understanding your emotions, knowing when to keep a hold of yourself and when to let that beast loose. We know the difference, but sometimes when we don't have that guidance and we don't have the right role models, or that person we could pick the phone up that can talk sense into us, that we listen to. Remember, it doesn't matter what a message, how the message is coming to you. It matters who's it coming from. It has to come from the right person. Two people can give you the same message. Only one of them is going to resonate. It's the reason why certain people can trigger certain energies in you because you can resonate with them. When you have a man that you respect, and this is for man and woman, listen to this. When you see a man say to another man, hey, yo, my man, hold up, hey. I had this happen one time, and this is when I was a young boy. I lost my cool. I don't even remember this guy. I don't remember him, but I remember how he talked to me. And I'm going to tell you something. The whole energy changed. My energy was such on a high note to the point it was like I was ready to crash out. We all been there. And sometimes your crash out is not justified. And he looked at me. He said, yo, my man. And I'm like, man, when he said that, I was like, man, I was like, yo, F that. I was on one. I was high. I was really triggered. He looked at me. And what he did was he put his hand on my shoulder and he grabbed my hand like a shake. And he grabbed it. He said, yo, 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 yo. And I looked at him. And after I said, fuck that. And he's like, I know, I got you. And he was holding my hand as he was like, and I knew him, but didn't know him like that. And as he was holding my hand, he was holding it like a handshake, but he had his other hand on my shoulder. And it was funny because I think about it now. And as he was talking to me, he was like, yo, yo, yo. He said, hey, my man, relax, man. And I went from high level alertness to calmness. And he was just like, oh, man. Hey, man. He was like, yeah. Relax. He said, look, that shit ain't that serious. And all of a sudden, I never knew that you can go from high energy to you just boiling, so in rage, whereas though you're ready to do something to the person that you're going back and forth with. And it gives you a real evaluation of how important men are. We can calm each other down easily without conflict. Without conflict. It's weird, man. It's weird, and it's an energy you can't even explain. This is why you see a lot of chaos today. Certain things you can't explain. And if you can't explain it, you will have to see it or been through it. So I'm gonna say this. I take my hat off to the ones that never experienced what it's like to be around a man, or a man that you can look at and say, you might not wake up to them, you might not live around them, but you respect them. And you respect them because they can still have that energy of, you can lose your life by them, but you also know that they're telling you something for your own good. Don't ignore the wisdom that a man gives you. And I notice now in my 40s, I done lived through a lot. I done been through a lot. It's kind of weird when I think about it. I never knew that I can go through as much as I've been through just being in my 40s. And I see now with age does come wisdom and some. And that needs to be passed on. So I just say this. Hold your head up. Hold your heads up, fellas. And keep moving forward, man. Alright? Because at the end of the day, nobody's going to save you. But at the same time, when you see a brother in need, you see a brother about to lose it all, just have that low energy conversation with him to bring his energy down. If you can. Peace. Hey, look. Happy Father's Day.